y'all know, I've been putting out a few YouTube videos, and I always ask for constructive criticism. Maybe, what can I do better? How can I improve on things for future videos? Is there anything that y'all want to see in future videos? Well, aside from my friends saying, oh, I think you can do this better, try this, they were being very, very positive, nice, kind in their constructive criticism. And I took that, and I tried to implement some things that they say. But yesterday was the first day that I got my first piece of real constructive criticism. It was somebody from Reddit, and it was talking about the Sword Art Online memory defrag game that I play and stream and make YouTube videos on. I knew that it wasn't the best material. I put out content on material A, and what we were already on, we were on material B. So I knew I was a little outdated, and I was like, man, it probably won't go over that well, but I need to put it out because content is content regardless. So as I put it out, probably within about 10 minutes, 15 tops, some guy comes on there and he just let me have it. Like, he was like saying, man, you should try doing this, or do this, because right now what you're doing, you're just kind of blending in with all the other videos, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, man, I took that to heart, dude. I was like, oh, dude, man, it didn't hurt my feelings because I asked for it. And it didn't make me sad in any way because I knew what he said was true. So when I got to thinking about it later that night, or last night rather, it really dawned on me. I was like, man, I care so much about what this guy says, but at the same time, I don't care at all. And it's so weird because I guess I picked that up from a fella named Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's saying, you pull from both sides to the extreme. He says you care about every little comment and every little thing that everybody says about you, but then at the same time, you don't give a fuck about it. And it's kind of funny because I now have to start practicing what I preach to y'all, to what I preach to my friends, what I preach to my coworkers. I'm now in that position where I have to practice what I preach. And it's really cool because I didn't think I'd get it this quickly, and it's kind of mind-boggling how, like, it's just happening so quickly. I'm putting out content, I'm getting, my first piece of constructive criticism, and, like, it's just so cool. And I just wanted to touch on that little subject of how you have to pull from both ends of the spectrum to the extreme. First part being, you have to care a lot. They may be talking about, oh, you stutter too much, or you move your hands too much, this, that, or the other. While those things may be true, those are things that you can work on throughout time, and the more you get better at doing certain things, and so on and so forth. But if they're saying things like, you're ugly, your hair funny, blah, 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 okay, those are the things you don't really care too much about. Those are the things like, man, you don't give a fuck about them. But the things that you do care about are the things that you can change, that you can work on, that can make yourself better, whether that's in the workforce, whether that's in studies, whether that's in any facet of life. You always try to take the good out of what people say and leave the negative. So this guy was telling me, hey, I think you can put some text in your videos, and I think you can maybe do little tutorial runs, even if you just show one thing that people might not know, whether that's like, hey, on this part, whenever you see this attack, you have to jump. Even if that's the only thing that you say, at least it's something. Because my rebuttal to him was, I'm not the best player, and I don't really know the attack patterns that well. And he suggested right back, just give a little bit to help even the newest of players, even the players who aren't as good as you. I don't have to cater to the top majority when I can cater to everybody, because the top majority might know that, and then they can add on to my content. Whereas the middle and the lower majority, they might not know what little piece that I give, and then the higher people can help add to my content, and it just gets things flowing. So that was something that I was like, man, that was, looking back on it right now, that was really, really cool of that guy. At the same time, I also have to remember that I cannot give any fucks, man. Like, this is my content. I knew it wasn't material B, I knew it was material A. But guess what? I put it out anyway. I knew it would get judged. I even said, hey, come judge me. Give me that constructive criticism. Give it to me, man. I asked for it. So at that same time, I can't say, oh, that was uncalled for. That hurt my feelings. Blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. It ain't about that. It's, I asked for it. I take it with a grain of salt. And then I don't give a fuck. I take what he says, apply it to my life, and then I move forward and keep on going. And that was just something. That was just like, you know, a little mini rant, a little something that I feel like anybody can apply that to their lives. Whether, you know, like I said earlier, whether it's in school, whether it's at work, no matter where it is or what you're doing, that little piece of advice, you know, can help anybody. And pulling from two different extremes to really succeed, I think, you know, at least from what I'm watching from different entrepreneurs and different motivational people, pulling from both extremes is really, really good. Well, you know, a lot of things that I pick up are from Gary Vaynerchuk, and I got two things that I'm gonna leave y'all with. He said in an interview, somebody asked him, if you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be? You know, he kind of pondered it, and he goes, a contradiction. And he just said that exact same thing, because human nature says, I'm either going to care a lot or I'm not going to care at all. But never will I do both. Never will I care a lot and not care at all. Because it's against human nature. I can tell you that right now, based off of what I was experiencing last night. It was killing me. I was so caring about it so much, and then 30 minutes later I wasn't caring, and then I'd go back and back and forth and back and forth. And I woke up this morning and I was like, man, I thought of one thing. He also said, he being Gary Vaynerchuk, also said, if you want to be an anomaly, you have to act like an anomaly. And if human nature says to really care about it or really not care at all, if I want to be an anomaly and I want to do the things that I say that I want to do, I got to pull from both sides. And that's just the little thing that I ran into last night. It was really cool. I hope y'all enjoyed this little vlog. I'll be having more topics that I'll be talking on. But if y'all have any topics, please leave a comment down below. I'll take any comments, any requests, whatever it may be. I'll definitely do some more vlog type videos. I've got a lot planned for the future, so y'all stay tuned. Like, share this video. It might help somebody. You never know. But until next time, peace out.